rappers with heads on their shoulders.
Yo, peace. My name is Honesty Blade. This is No Matter How You Slice It. You have seen some of my previous episodes on YouTube on my personal channel, Honesty Blade Music. This is my official episode. This will be the future level of production going forward. So you can expect to see this on my episodes, as well as interviews with battlers, league owners, those who are in the scene. You know, people who are just contributing to the culture in a major way. So tune into this channel. We talk about who won and why, and we break down the state of lyricism in the culture. Thank you. Peace. Yo, peace. This is The Blade, and we are here for a No Matter How You Slice It exclusive. What we're going to do today is do an album review / interview with my guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Phat Burner out of Cleveland. Hey, if we had the soundboard, I'd be doing that. So how you doing, man?
I'm excellent, brother. How you doing?
No complaints?
Appreciate this, man. Appreciate you taking the time to give me a little shine.
Yes. And this is what we do. You know, this is Cleveland, so we all know that there's dope music here, but not everyone works together. And
Absolutely.
So, you know, what we doing is, you know, one hand wash the other, both wash the face type of thing. You know, on No Matter How You Slice It, I usually do the battle content. You know, you well versed into that. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna pull up what I wrote down as far as my notes in the car ride.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk about those notes, and then I'm gonna compare them to the second notes to see what held up, and then we're gonna talk about what your motivations were behind songs during that.
Gotcha.
So before we get into this project, we know that you've been making music. You're not a new jack. I see this project is called Burnt Out / Give It Up.
Right.
Okay. So that was released 2020.
No.
No?
Well, it was put on.
It was put on
the streaming service in 2020.
Okay.
Both of those albums were made. The beats for those albums were made as a culmination of beats from, I would say, 2003 through 2010. Basically, I was a part of several crews. I've been doing music. I'm an old dude, so I've been doing music since the mid-90s, and started producing for different groups, and was a part of this crew called Nappy Head.
Yeah.
And then that's when I kind of honed my craft as far as making beats and what I liked, and you know, but I come from the boom bap era, so a lot of my shit is very drum driven, very sample driven shit. So. Over the years of doing Nappy Head, I would make so many beats that a lot of them cats didn't know how to rap to them. I never made a specific kind of track. I always made whatever felt good. So once I got to a point where I had so many beats, and it was like 200, 300 something beats, and I'm like, ain't nobody doing nothing with these beats. I'm going to rap. You know what I'm saying? I can't rap, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So that was the genesis of Burnt Out.
Yeah.
That was basically, that was 2009. I had got, all these beats, and I ended up just compiling 20 tracks that I loved of the 200 something. It was hard to narrow it down, but I narrowed it down, and I tried to do it like a Dr. Dre project where it was me as the producer and sometimes rapping. Well, I did rap on every track, but I also had a gang of features on that first album.
Garb, Vigatron.
So a bunch of Cleveland cats was all over that first album. Ryan Royal, Garb, Vigatron, Sam Goody, Arrogant. Boondocks, Manifesto,
Tut.
Casio, Tut, just a whole gang of cats from Cleveland that I loved, as far as their MCing and shit. So I try to do it in that model, or more like Pete Rock's first album, Pete Rock, Soul Survivor, where you rapping, but you got a gang of guests. Yeah. So that was my thought process in doing that album. I got some feedback from another MC on that first album, said, that was cool, but I want to hear a little more of you. You know what I'm saying, as far as your next project. So almost back to back is when I did Give It Up. Give It Up came out the year later. So 2009 was the Burnt Out. 2010 was Give It Up. And it was almost like a continuation, but it was kind of a maturity too, because I rapped on more songs. I did have some guest features on there, but nowhere near as many. Yeah. And I kind of like that album better than the first one, but people who have heard them, they compare them. They say the first one is dope. But I appreciate anybody that like it, but
It's like a double album.
I put it on there as a
put it
double
on-
album
you
because
put
it
it
was
on there
like,
as a double.
you know what, this shit's so old. Again, it was 2010 and 2009. So when I finally got the gumption to put it up, as far as online streaming, it was in 2020, and I didn't change the date when I did it. It just was what it was. So
Yeah.
but that was what that was. So
Yes.
I continued to make beats after that, and got into different projects with other people.
Yeah. Is
that's
that how Noir came?
That's how Noir came out. Noir was in 2012, 2013. Me, Sam Goody, and Vigatron, 3 local MCs. I was with these cats and crews, with Nappy Head and all that stuff. Sam actually goes back to Protoculture days with me when we was first starting out in the late 90s, early 2000s. 3 of us all was single, and we all got either dumped by our girlfriends or cheated, or something happened.
That was
you
the
know what I'm
catalyst.
saying? That was the catalyst. It was 3 mid-30s dudes living. Me and Sam was roommates, and we were just like, you know what, man? Fuck bitches, man. We just about to do a whole album about women. You know what I'm saying? So the whole Noir album was all of my production, which, I was blessed that they allowed just a complete burner project as far as production. And then the 3 of us, song after song after song, expressing how much we either love or hate women.
Right.
And it's a local classic. That's out there too. If y'all want to go out there, it's called "Smoking with Cigarettes and Doing Hood Rat Stuff
Oh
with My
my
Friends."
goodness.
That's
that
the name of the
title,
album.
though, that title.
Yeah, the group is called Noir, Noir, which stands for Niggas of Ill Repute.
Ooh.
You ever heard of a House of Ill Repute? That's what they call a whore house.
Yeah.
That's how I got the concept, and I just switched it to niggas because I was like, well, we're kind of like whore houses.
I did not know that acronym. That's
Yeah,
nasty.
so Noir stands for Niggas of Ill Repute.
I love that. And I listened to the joint where you and Vigatron was rhyming about the girl.
All on me.
All over.
Yeah,
Man. And
yeah.
I love that
That's
chorus.
a true story.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
It's a creative chorus.
Yeah.
But I wanna move forward from that project. That project was super dope. But after that project, I guess that led you to the next release, which is what we're gonna talk about, right?
Sure.
So this next project is called Island of Misfit Beats. Island of Misfit Beats, right? So that's another acronym. So this one, IOMB, right? So this is coming out July 6th. So that's heavy Cancer, Gemini season. Any of y'all that's in tune with the astrology, if you've done your birth charts, you know a little bit more than others, right? But so being that this is gonna be, I believe this is your second solo, right?
Third.
This will be the third.
The other one was a double
Was a
release.
double.
So
this the
will be my
third.
third album as a rapping artist.
Okay. So I like this project. Me and you, we jumped in the whip. That was like last Thursday, and we listened to it. So the first track was called Arrival. Smooth, jazzy,
It was an intro.
It was an intro.
Yeah, just an intro to the Island of Misfit Beats.
But it set the tone.
Yeah.
It let you know. And, it was perfect for that car ride. Even when I listened to it in my house, it still had the same effect. But this is just what I got off the cuff. When we went to track 2, Just Being. The beat was hard. I'm going to say that for all of these tracks.
The beat was hard.
Yeah, I'm going to say that out the gate.
That's my new tag on, how producers have tags on their beats and shit. My new tag will be, I never had one, so my tag will be, that shit hard.
That shit hard.
Because that's how I sing with every beat that I have. They just be like, man, this beat alright. I'm like, man, that shit hard.
That shit hard,
So that's going to be my tag. Burner Beats, man, that shit hard.
That shit hard, man. And no kidding you, I put that on the notes for every song.
Yeah.
That was the first note. Beat hard, funny, charisma. Beat hard, da.
Yeah.
So Just Being, that was raw. There was charisma in there. There was great. It's good for if you wanted to do a live show.
Yeah.
It would set the tone for the performance, and then whatever you choose to do after that, that's gonna be dope. But it's a dope title because it kind of speaks to the third eye. Because if you just get essential with it, you saying I'm just being. I'm not trying to act like nobody.
I ain't trying to act like nobody. That was basically what the thought process behind that song was. It's a very simple beat. It's just some drums and some sound effects, and it's out of my element as far as my normal beat making, but it is something that I'm saying. I'm not an MC per se. I'm a producer first, but I like rapping, and I feel like I can rap. I know how to put words together, but again, I don't rest my laurels on MCing. So I did enlist the help of a dope MC, Jack Burton, to co-write a lot of these songs with me. I don't care about saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he's a dope MC as well. So we would sit there. We would sit there and listen to beats and then come up with concepts and you know, craft out the concepts and how to put it together. So when we was coming up with Just Being, basically it was like this beat just about you saying, hey, it is what it is. You are who you are. This album is about you just expressing who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And nobody should expect anything other than that. I'm just being on them niggas.
Yeah.
Burner got that shit toilet seating on them niggas.
My balls. What do you say? My balls.
Yeah.
That shit's funny, man. And it's a nice groove. So y'all check for that track when you listen to it.
Oh yeah.
The next track on here, Timeless.
Timeless, yeah, that was a good track. That was actually the last track I recorded for this entire album. Maybe second to last. But it was a track that I had to get convinced to make because I initially picked it for the album, but I wavered on it because I didn't like the beat as much as I liked the beats of all the other songs.
Yeah.
But the people everyone else who heard the beat thought that shit was just the dopest, you know, man, that shit smack, you know. Yeah. So I let them convince me. A-Live, who I recorded this with, shout out to A-Live. I recorded this at this whole album at his crib. He was the one, and he got so amped about the beat. He's like, let me jump on this shit. So you will hear him on this shit. He on the on the hook. You know, Phat Burner, hot shit. You know, he just had to get up. Because he was like, man, this shit is fire. So, shout out to A-Live. But me and Jack Burton, he got a verse on there. And he as usual, dumps, you know, mad, bars himself. But Timeless is basically just telling you, you know what I'm saying, no matter when you listen to my music, it's always going to be good. That was basically the thought process behind that.
Yeah, and I love it, man. It's great for the ride. It's great for if you chilling. If you like, what I found on these songs is even if I wasn't in the whip, like it was still like it was ambience music. Yeah. It was something that I can do my 9 to 5 work, or I can study and I can listen.
Yeah, I call it hip hop comfort music.
Hip hop comfort music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Brought that up.
Back in the day, my nigga Pooh, his name is George Goins, but we called him Pooh Manchu.
Oh, I know George.
Yeah, he coined the phrase "easy listening, grimy music." You know what I'm saying?
Easy
like
listening, grimy music.
That's another way I describe my music. It's easy listening, grimy music. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can bob your head to at any time. You know what I mean? And so. I like to pattern myself like that.
I fuck with that. So Timeless, that was the track that we just reviewed. The next track is called Fuck That with a Q.
Fuck That. Fuck That was one of them fuck that. It was a song where I was just feeling the beat and it was like lyrically I just wanted to just smack niggas in the face.
Yeah, you went in that bag.
It was just one of those, I don't give a fuck how you think about me, the hook basically like, Bernie, you gotta chill. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do me. So it's just another, I kind of split this album up into 3 sections because there's 12 songs, 9 of them have lyrics on them, and then there's an interlude, there's an intro, interlude, and 2 interludes, right? Yeah. So the first, after the intro, the first 3 songs is the ones we just talked about. It's just me bragging, boasting, I'm the shit, hip hop shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Classic head nod, boom bap dopeness. So that's what Fuck That. Then there's an interlude which is about love, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
So Is Love, right? And
So Is Love. And basically that's a beat that I put together with the backdrop of a philosophical orator named Alan Wells.
Alan Wells. Ooh, man, good stuff.
Dude good has stuff. A bunch of philosophy and philosophical things that he talk about. It's on the internet, but there were certain portions of things that I felt was dope enough to put some music behind.
I love it.
So I did that, with that, and then those next 3 songs after that are like the heart shit, like because I talk about a lot of relationships. I've been in a million relationships, so I got stories about relationships. So. Yeah. Those 3 songs were the relationship songs.
That's
the next 3
Living Single,
Bad Energy, Living Single, and Goodbye.
You want to get into Bad Energy? You want to turn it on?
If you want to,
Let's
Bad
play
Energy's
it.
fire.
We about to play Bad Energy. Yeah, I had this beat before, and when I heard it, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
this was a beat that I had on a lot of people's. Hey man, let me get some beats.
Yeah.
So I threw them little beat mixes, and this was one that been lingering out there, but nobody never did nothing to it. So you know what? I will.
Let's go. Let's go. Cue that music. It's close enough, right?
Yeah. It's all bad. I don't really feel like this one. It's like, it was cool. What happened with that? Tripping, yo. Yeah. Her name was Sabrina. 5'2" with a bubbly demeanor. Pretty eyes, pretty thighs, boy, you should have seen her. Had me feeling shy like, I still approach like, hey, nice to meet ya. She was the Capricornius. That shit's hilarious. I can fall in love with you, baby, but never marry you. She want a husband and kids, I'm well aware of it. I said, that's not what this is, so just cherish this. Yo, this girl was on some crazy shit. I'm like, you just met, yo. It's like, you can't ask me to seed you out. You know what I'm saying? I know your eggs is getting old, and we getting older, and shit. You want to move your clock from time and all that shit, but you gotta shift that a different way when you move forward. You know what I'm saying? You give me bad energy. I thought we had chemistry. I was feeling you, you was feeling me. How the fuck friends become enemies? You give me bad energy. I thought we had chemistry. I was feeling you, you was feeling me. Friends become enemies.
So that was Bad Energy.
Yeah.
You wanna
Dope
go-
track.
Yeah.
Hey man, that shit hard.
Yeah.
Burner. And that shit hard.
And it's simple. It's simple because it's like everybody can relate. You know?
Yeah. Just
So-
give me bad energy, man. Sometimes, you know, you meet certain chicks. I'm 40. I'll be 46 this year, man. I'm an old man. I don't look it, thank you, but
You
know what
ain't
I'm
got
saying?
time to be set back.
yeah. And being single at 46 is an experience. You know what I'm saying? And the women you meet are all broken. So
Oh, everybody done already.
everyone's broken.
You know what I mean?
So you got to deal with all of
Miles.
the yeah, everything. You got to deal with certain things with certain
All the
women.
baggage.
And certain women give you bad energy, and so you got to be able to discern who you're
Yeah.
willing to deal with and who you're not. You
That's
know.
a fact. I learned that. I learned that.
And sometimes you can deal with a chick with, because the second verse of that song is about like basically a chick just getting on your nerves all the time. But it's like, you know what, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We get on each other's nerves, but I like you.
Right. Or the sex is good.
Yeah.
You know?
Toxic shit sometimes
Toxic.
works out.
We
Bobby
know.
and Whitney, look at it. That was a
Bobby.
perfect couple. You know what I'm saying? It is what it
We gonna get into the next track, which is Living Single.
is. Yeah.
Right.
Living Single is a jewel. That's one of my favorites on this album. Living Single basically is a play on the show Living Single.
Yeah.
Where each verse on that song is two verses. The first verse is about me living in an apartment building and I meet 4 chicks. You know, and I talk about meeting Khadijah and her cousin. And then at one point in time, I tried to holler at all of them, but I didn't know that they was all roommates. So this me getting caught up being a single nigga trying to, you know, so it's a story. It's
Yeah.
interesting. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play it,
Yeah,
go ahead.
let's
It's
drop
like
it.
I said, this one we can play the whole thing if you want to. And we'll
Okay.
cut it after the second verse if you want. You
Yeah.
turn the volume down.
Okay, there we go. From the tip it is.
Yeah. If you hip to Living Single, the TV show, you'll get the references. Happens to the best of us. You don't know what you know. That story to tell in this game for a minute. It's just one out. Yeah. It's
kinda hard living single. No matter what I do, they still think I'm trying to mingle. Met 4 in the same building that I stayed in. Damn, if I could remember what her name is. Oh, Khadijah, it was cool to meet her. But her cousin Sinclair had some better features. Tried to get in the ear a couple times that year, but she was clearly in love with dude upstairs. Khadijah Barker said, didn't you holler at my cousin? Hold up, baby, that wasn't nothing. I just saw her walking down the hallway. I didn't know we was neighbors and that y'all was roommates. Damn, I think I'm in the wrong place. She thought I tried to put her heart all in harm's way. A long day it'll be just for me to try to convince her her needs are the reasons why I'm single. To the girl that cheated on before, it's a new year. I got a new change of gear, I swear. I ain't on no bullshit, I'm just trying to live. You forgive, but you still think that I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe, 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 I'm just living single.
Yes. And then the second verse is about Regine and Max. So,
Yeah.
so if you hip to that, if you hip to the show, you'll get the rap. But it's real.
Yeah.
You might meet bitches that know bitches, and you be like, God damn.
That's how
I know you do that.
Yeah. It'd be a few people. Instagram help you get hip.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't make the mistakes.
And you
Like,
just gotta count your losses in them moments. You know what I'm saying? So that was a creative song that I had fun doing, and
goodbye.
it's a good vibe. And then Goodbye is a song after that. That's actually a true story. It ain't a story, but it's just me dealing with a chick that, don't trust me for shit. So I'm telling her, I'm saying, fuck you, I don't need you, I ain't gonna be with you. And then by the end of the song, it's like, well, I'll call you later. So once again, that's those 3 songs is just they back to back.
We'll get into that one.
No, you ain't gotta play that
You
one.
gotta play Goodbye.
I'll check the album out for that one.
All right. So Goodbye, I like that. It had a great hosting dynamic because you had the commentary on there. It wasn't just getting straight into the flow.
Yeah.
That was good. I like the next prelude, The Alien Inside.
And then after that becomes like the next 3 songs, which is the final 3 songs, including the that intro, are the more introspective songs. I would say not introspective, but just more of like the vibe of the album. So basically, that song is called The Alien Inside. It's something I always said about myself. There was a TV show that used to come on MTV years ago called Oddities. I don't know if you heard. It was an MTV cartoon mashup where they had like 4 different cartoons. They had Aeon Flux. Aeon. And they had some other cartoons, and I want to say, I don't know, but they had this one cartoon on there where it was this dude that had an alien that lived in his head. And every time he'd get mad, the alien would jump out and beat people up for him and shit and do all kind of crazy shit. And I always thought, and I don't know if it was the weed or something, but I always thought I got like, I'm not me, it's somebody up here that's controlling this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that is another Alan Wells, classic where, I put a beat behind him talking about, the alien inside. We are someone inside with earphones on and can see a control monitor, and we're controlling this body. And sometimes it does what we don't want it to do. Sometimes, but the shit we think, you think crazy shit. You might not do it, but you think it. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, who the fuck up there doing that shit?
He says, there it is. He said, there is, as it were, a little man sitting inside the center of the scalp. And he has a television screen in front of him, which gives him all messages from the eyeballs. He has earphones on that gives him all messages from the ears. He has in front of him a control panel, various dials and buttons, things which enable him to enter into the arms and legs and get all sorts of information from nerve ends. And that's you.
And the allegory of that is also me being a producer. I'm sitting there with earphones on in front of a monitor controlling shit. You feel what I'm saying? So in my head, you see the allegory of it. I'm producing and making beats and creating me. You know what I mean? So that was where, in my highness, I got deep with that little interlude. So
yeah, I loved it. It was fitting.
Yeah, and the beat was hard.
The beat was hard. I could listen to the beat just on repeat, and that's where I was saying I could do my studying and my work at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the next track, this is Cancerian.
Cancerian.
I like this.
My birthday is July 6th, so it makes me the zodiac sign Cancer.
Yeah.
I hate the word.
Yeah.
Fuck Cancer.
Cancer.
You know
It
what
sounds
I'm saying?
negative.
I work in a hospital, right? And I go on there on my birthday and yell, "Cancer season, bitches, we killing y'all." You know what I'm saying? Just celebrating me, but I was a little insensitive.
Wrong. Yeah.
To Cancer
Wrong
Award.
context. Not that Cancer.
Yeah, oh, sorry. We killing y'all. So anyway, I don't, plus, you get people that died of cancer. So it's like, I don't like even, so I call myself a Cancerian.
Right.
I like that better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Less edgy.
That's where that come from. But the song is basically me revisiting the facts that sometimes you think about relationships, friendships that you, not really relationships as far as with chicks, but friendships with your niggas that over the years that might come and go. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you think you're going to be friends with somebody forever, but y'all grow apart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. That shit happens. Yeah. So this song is basically dealing with the emotional side of that. Every album that I've done, I've had like a get in touch with yourself song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The first album I had a song called Show Your Light, where I was talking to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I know I ain't there like I want to be, but blah, blah, blah. That was for my kids when they was younger. And then the second album, I had a song called Baby Mama Karma, which I was talking to my baby mama, like, bitch, you fucking up with me, but you gonna get yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so this album, you know what I'm saying, was the Cancerian, which me just being real about emotions.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers, think that dudes ain't supposed to be emoting and shit like that, but they forget Biggie had a song called Suicidal Thoughts, which that was an emotional song if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And Pac had a gang of, let go by, don't lie. All the hardest niggas had emotional songs. Yeah. And they made them. So, this song is just about getting in touch with emotions and realizing that relationships of all kind, they don't last all the time. And you can just smoke a blunt about it and get on with it. So that was the concept of that song.
I like that. And it was important that you said that, men have emotions too, because, it's not about not feeling them. It's more so about not letting them overtake you.
Exactly. And people think us as cancers. You're a cancer too, right?
June 28th.
They think us as cancers. They are the traditional cancer is supposed to be emotional.
Right.
I'm not a crying ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them niggas that's I'm gonna say how it is, and if I can only control me, and I guess that's wisdom because of my age and what I've experienced in life. Yeah. But I learned that I can only control me.
Right.
I can't control no one else but me. So if I don't like something about something, what can I control about that? My dealings with
Your
it.
reaction.
My reaction to it. That's the only thing I can control.
And you powerful at that point.
And I gotta do that. And I gotta, take control of that. So that's the concept.
Word.
I hope I'm not being long.
No. You perfect because we wrapping up. We got the last two tracks. That's Misery Loves Company and Beach Ass Nigga.
Misery Love Company is a dope ass beat. That shit hard.
Oh my goodness.
Featuring
Jack Burton
and Manifesto. Manifesto is my cousin. We call him Chico. Me and him been rapping since I started rapping, and he's been, one of my favorite MCs forever. He just never put out any music, but he's dope. So I begged him to come out of retirement because he ain't rapped in 10, 15, 20 years probally. Yeah. And I begged him to come out of retirement and give me a verse. Yeah. And he delivered.
He delivered.
Yeah, in the way that I knew he would. So that was basically a track about, I'm by myself, but being by yourself an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Because we are social beings and misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna be alone, I'm gonna be alone with another nigga that's alone. You know what I'm saying? So I brought along two other niggas. So
and I like you said that in the beginning. You said making tracks is fire. Only when you said it's fire when you only find a couple of niggas that like it.
Yeah.
You said fuck it, I got the right niggas.
I got the right niggas though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all you need, because when you dope, it's not gonna reach everyone because the masses are more absorbed by the fluff. Right. They're gonna get swept up in the tidal wave of all of the fluff shit. Mm-hmm. But when you harness that dope shit, that cream of the crop shit, you only gonna have a select few that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
You feel me?
So yeah, that's a fire ass track. I appreciate them niggas showing love on that.
Yeah. And the final track on here, I guess it's an outro, right?
Well, it is an outro, but it's a song. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
song,
saying? It's called Beach Ass Nigga.
Yeah, featuring Kit Warren.
Featuring Kit Warren, the lovely Kit Warren. Shout out to her. I had the pleasure of producing Kit and Carlin, which is her husband.
Arrogant,
And Arrogant. Shout out to Carlin, Arrogant Warren. They got an album out that they allowed me to produce called Life, Love, War, Us.
Yep.
And I did every song on their album. He rapped, she sang.
Yeah.
And it's a dope ass album. So if you get a chance to check that out, check that out. But I needed some vocals. The genesis of that song is I made the album cover for this album cover, which is a picture of a beach or whatever, out of the Misfit Beats. And I showed it to one of my friends, my nigga Sebek, shout out to Beck.
Oh yeah.
And Beck said, "Nigga, you look like," I was like, "What you think of my album cover?" He was like, "You look like a beach ass nigga." And I was like, "You know what? You think you're insulting me, but you just came up with another song." Shit. So I basically made Beach Ass Nigga as a outro and as a catch-all to say, you know what? I go on vacations. I'm going to Puerto Rico in a couple weeks. I go to Virgin Islands, and I'm just letting go. And that's the whole thing about Island Misfit Beats. Go somewhere and let go of the shit that's fucking with you, and just understand you're gonna be you, and people don't understand you. Oh well, just dig your toes in the sand and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? We only get one of these little blips in time. This shit's short as fuck.
Short.
And if I used to talk, my cousin died last year of COVID. He was only 59. He was only 49 years old. But me and him would always talk about if this is halftime. If you know what I'm saying, I'm about to be 46. So if I live to 91, 92 years old, luckily, you know what I'm saying, this is halfway. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think when you think about it that way, like. If you blessed to live to 90, you already reached halftime. Yeah. And a lot of us ain't blessed to live that long.
Wow.
So when you get to this age, you start thinking about your years and what you need to enjoy. And fuck all the drama, man. Sit back and enjoy life. Look at some ass cheeks and enjoy it.
You know
what I'm saying?
Listen to that hip hop comfort.
Listen to that hip hop comfort music. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy it. So Out of the Misfit Beats will be out July 6th. If you want to play Beach Ass Nigga, you got time?
We wrapping up.
If you don't have the time, then don't worry about it.
At the end of our 30.
All right, but then there it is. Catch it on the album, Out of the Misfit Beats. It'll be out July 6th on all streaming platforms. Phat Burner is the name, P-H-A-T.
Where can we find you on the ground?
I don't do gram as much, but I do have a gram, and I'll be promoting the album on the gram. So it's Burner216, BURNER 216 on Instagram. And then on Facebook is where I do most of my frolicking because I'm an old man, and that's what they say where the old people go. I'm Jamel Burner Rankins, Jemel Burner BURNER Rankins, RANKINS.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you for being our guest today.
Yeah, I appreciate you enjoying this album and wanting to, share it with your audience. And I hope y'all check it out. And I'm not a battle rapper. I'm an entertainer, as per se, but I make dope ass beats and them shit's hard.
Island of Misfit Beats, July 6th. Cop that on all streaming platforms. And this is No Matter How You Slice It. We out.
Deuces.
Okay.